Hey, friends. Welcome to Tiny Talks. I am your host, Tiny Sheree. And hold on, let me get this. Um, this is long overdue. Um, I have started many series, podcasts, and I realized that I have so much shit to talk about. Like I got so much shit to get off my chest that I just need to create one one thing for everything because I got a lot of shit to talk about. So this is it. This is going to be the central hub to where I pop my shit about everything, things that I care about. We're going to be talking about astrology, sex, sexuality, blackness, child, career life, money, goals. We're going to lay it out. Okay. But that's for another time. But on this episode, we are going to talk about my acting journey. So, for those of you that don't know, I am an actress. I am very early in the journey, but even though I just started the journey, I have learned so much stuff about this career. I've had so many experiences, and I really want to share that with you all. So, that's what we're going to be talking about today, Jen. Okay. Okay. So let's break it down, child. So the first thing we're going to get into is how I started acting in the first place. So I started acting with theater. And honestly, I recommend any new actress or actor to get into theater because the experience is like no other. Okay. The energy that you receive from the crowd when you're performing, and I have performed in front of, I would say, is it hundreds? I would say hundreds, close to thousands of audiences at a time. I performed at colleges like Louisiana State University, Western Kentucky University, my own university, Eastern Michigan University, in front of big crowds. And when I tell you the experience is like no other. And theater is just dope because you got one shot. Okay, it ain't no cuts, honey. Okay, you got one shot to do your thing. Okay, and if you mess up, they gonna see it. So the process of theater and being in theater really helps you stay on your toes. um it helps you really give it your all every time, because with film acting, you can do several takes. You may give it your all, sometimes you may not. In theater, you're always on. Okay, them curtains, when they open and lights are up, honey. So you better do your due. Okay, anyways, I started off in theater. I tried out for this theater troupe in college, and honestly, this theater troupe, shout out to Close Up Theater Troupe, was the best thing that I could have done. Because not only did we put on performances, those performances were about something. It was about something that we all cared about. So me and my theater troupe members and we got together, and we talked about things that were going on in our lives in college campuses, like rape, sexuality, racism, colorism, you name it, child. We performed about any and everything. And if you know me, you know I'm an activist at heart. So for me to be able to put advocacy with art and performance, I was in heaven. So shout out to Close Up Theater Troupe. You molded an artist. Okay. But so I started off in theater, and I did that all throughout college. Loved it, performed everywhere. It was great. But even after I was in theater, I still didn't know that acting would be a career path for me because honestly, it seemed so out of reach. Like being an actress, like a TV actress for me, it was like what? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I guess I just didn't think that I could do it, honestly. To be honest with you, it just seemed like such a big thing. After college, I mostly, was watching, other people. And, I was having a conversation with a friend. Oh, sorry. What was I saying? So, anyways, graduated college, still wasn't really sure of what I wanted to pursue. And I was having a conversation with a friend, and she just told me, like, hey, if you want to do acting, do acting. Like, just do it. And that one conversation honestly really inspired me to go after it. So I went on YouTube and I typed in the search engine how to be a working actress. Okay. And that's the first thing that I want y'all aspiring actresses and actors to do. Do your research. Okay. Because it's two sides to acting. There is the business and there is the craft. And you have to know both of those in order to be successful in this industry. But hold on to that. We'll get back to that. So I typed in the search engine, how do you become an actress? The first thing that popped up was a masterclass that is hosted by a talent manager in the industry. Her name is Wendy Elaine Wright, and she is phenomenal. This lady basically created a master class of what this business is about and how do you get in this business. Okay. And let me be honest with you, this course that she created, this master class that she created, $700. Yep, it was $700. And did I pay for it? Absolutely. Because one thing about me, when I get serious about something, I get serious about something. Okay. You can, like, my parents have always said that about me. Like, I sometimes I can be lazy and not give a fuck about a lot of shit, but when I get serious, bitch, it's a wrap. So when I saw this lady was offering $700 for the course, I was a little shook, but you know what? I needed to invest in myself. Like, there was no if, ands, or buts about it. Like, investing in myself was the most important thing at this point. So I bought the course and she offered payment plans. So I took the payment plan route. So basically it was $100 a month, which was doable for me. So for 7 months, I paid $100 and it was the best decision that I ever made. It was the best decision that I ever made. Um, because I am the type of person that will pay for convenience. Okay. And everything that I needed to know about the business of acting, because like I said, the craft of acting is one thing, but to actually get your foot in the door and get into that industry, it's a whole nother ball game. So that $700 was invested in that masterclass so I can educate myself and have a good idea about what I'm even getting myself into in the first place. So, anyways, child, purchase the course. And I'm not gonna lie, I would recommend any aspiring actresses and actors to purchase the course as well, because let me tell you, Wendy, honey, she listed it all out. And mind you, this is a talent manager. Okay, she is in the industry and she knows the business. She's in the business. Okay. She is working with people she's working with casting directors. She's working with agents, managers. Like, she is a part of the crowd that picks actors. Okay. For these TV shows that we're watching every day. So if I was going to listen to anybody, I was going to listen to, somebody that was in the business, like, because anybody can tell you anything, but those accolades matter, honey. Okay, so, anyways, purchase the course. When I tell you Wendy laid it out in this course, she goes over how to lay your foundation, great places to go for training to practice your craft. She talks about headshots, what a good headshot looks like. She talks about typecasting, what typecasting is, how to find your type. Gosh, she talks about like representation, where to find representation. She gives you so many resources, and you're automatically a part of her talent manager's Facebook group. I'll put the name in here somewhere. I forgot what it's called, honey. But you're a part of this group full of working actors. It's the networking, the connections. It's amazing. Now, me, I'm the type of person that, kind of lays low, and I'm kind of really low key until I get myself out there. So for the first year or so, I was just really studying. So I took this course um and basically learned the business down, learned how this business operates. Okay, so because I've seen so many people waste time, waste money because they didn't know, what I'm saying, like what to actually do. And you don't want to do that. Like, you want to do it right the first time. So when I say this course was worth it, it was worth it. So that's my first tip. Learn the business. Okay. Learn that business. Um, so after I learned the business, there was a lot of things I realized that I need to do. Um, the first thing that I knew I wanted to do was to move out of Michigan. Yes, I wanted to move out of Michigan because if realistically I was going to be a working actress, I needed to be in a location where actresses are working. So that was either New York, Atlanta, or Los Angeles. Okay. And when I tell you, I went back and forth with all three of those places because I'm like, shit, I can see myself living in New York. I can see myself living in Atlanta. I can see myself living in LA. All I know is I'm about to be on that screen. That's all I know. So honestly, it really didn't matter where I lived. All I knew is I decided on this dream and I'm going after it. So after doing thorough research, and by the way, you can live anywhere and pursue acting, but I know that for me personally, like I wanted to get the full experience. And, being in Detroit, like there is, a market for acting in Detroit, but I knew what type of acting I wanted to do. And that's another thing. You have to know what type of acting you want to do. If you want to focus on Broadway, you might need to be in New York. If you want to do court shows like Law and Order, you might want to be in New York. If you want to act for like CW, you might want to go to Atlanta. If you want to be on Tyler Perry Studios, or if you want to be in Tyler Perry Productions, you might want to go to Atlanta. If you want to do sitcoms, you might want to be in LA. So that's another thing. Do your research, find out what type of shows are being shot where. Okay, so find that show that you want to be on and go there, period. But again, you don't have to move in order to become an actress. You can literally be in bumfuck nowhere and build your acting package. Okay, like you do not have to move immediately. I chose to because I also just wanted to leave Michigan. So that was a personal choice, but on top of the fact, I also wanted to pursue this career. So moved to LA, and honestly, out of New York and Atlanta, I'm really, really glad that I chose LA despite the cost. Despite the cost, I'm really happy I chose LA. Yeah. Moved to LA, got a job at a film school, just tried to immerse myself as much as possible in the experience and in the world of acting. My homegirl, Kendra Renee, she was seeking out auditions. She hosted auditions for her movie 20 somethings. Now, I had been knowing about Kendra's 20 somethings idea coming to fruition for a while because she has done like some projects for me. She has helped me. So she been told me like, girl, I'm working on this movie. It's going to be called 20 somethings, da, da, da. Like she told me this like maybe 2 years prior. And I'm like, girl, period. I'm there for you, if you need help with anything. Ciao. So mind you, Kendra Renee, the director of this 20 somethings movie, she was also in the theater troupe that I was in college. Okay. And we were also RAs together. We were resident hall advisors at our dorm. So, me and her cool. But I said that to say that goes to show you that what is for you will never miss you. Okay. Because I didn't have to go to some performing arts school in order to get this part for this movie. I didn't have to, like I didn't do anything. I had never been in anything besides all of those theater plays. So what's for you will never miss you. The whole universe is going to conspire to give you something to help you pursue your dreams if you really want it. So I auditioned for Kendra's 20 something movie and I got the part. I wasn't expecting to get the part that I got. Um I auditioned for a couple of parts, but I ended up getting casted as a main character. So I didn't move my ass to Los Angeles, child. I I didn't moved here. The movie is shot in Michigan, my hometown, Detroit. So I'm like, damn, I just didn't move. I just didn't got this part. But either way, I was really happy. But I didn't even have to move to get into my first movie. God just had that in the plans for me. So again, what's for you will never miss you. Okay. Um, so yeah, I got this part. I played a Instagram influencer and a stripper. Her name is Carmen. And go check out 20 somethings, y'all. It's streaming on Tubi right now. Okay, Tubi Detroit, we doing it, period. Okay. Um, but yeah, so got this part. And when I tell y'all, I was scared as shit doing this role. Okay. Now, I had acted before, but I have never done on screen acting. And on screen acting is so different than theater and stage plays, So going into it, I was really nervous. I was really insecure because I kind of felt like I really didn't know what I was doing. And I didn't to a degree. I felt like I still did great, but knowing what I know now, I would have done the whole experience a whole lot better. So I said that to say, child, before y'all get y'all asses on Actors Access and Backstage to audition for these or to submit for these parts on all these shows that you want to be on, learn your craft first because you might fuck around and get that part. Okay. They might actually like you. But then once you get the part and you're on set, the feelings of insecurity, the feelings of, I don't know if I'm doing this right, it's hell. Okay. And let me be the first to say, as an actress or actor, you're not supposed to question if you're doing this right. You're supposed to be able to assess yourself. The doctor doesn't do surgery on you and ask you if they're doing it right. No, they're the damn surgeon. They know their craft. So know yours. So I said that to say, learn your craft before you get ahead of yourself and start submitting. Know the craft, go train, find somewhere to train. And if you cannot afford training, there are several YouTube videos, and training can be kind of difficult sometimes because there are a lot of techniques and, a lot of people have a lot of different ways of, practicing their craft. But you have to find one that resonates with you. I am currently being trained at Richard Lawson Studios. And now that I am actually trained, I know how to assess myself. So instead of asking the director, asking the other actors, or, just not knowing if I'm doing a good job, I can assess myself because I know what a good job is in acting. period. So I said that to say, it can be pretty rough getting apart prematurely. And not saying that that part that I got for 20 somethings, it was meant for me, but I was still very insecure throughout the process because I did not know how to assess myself and I did not know how to tell if I was doing a good job or not. But now I do because I'm trained, honey, period. Let's see. And I do want to say too, I got the part of 20 somethings with barely no headshot, with, like no credits. Like I didn't need all of these things that you think you need to get a part. Like I said, when something is destined for you, it's destined for you, But what I did have was the knowledge of the business. So when it was time to submit, so let me back up. For the 20 somethings role, I had to submit a monologue. I had to submit two self tapes. Yeah, a monologue and two self tapes. Because I had been learning the business, I already knew what type of background to have, what type of monologue to do. There are so many kinks and so many nuances that you need to know before you even start doing any of this. So when I say learn the craft, learn that craft. Okay. It is so, so important. But anyways, I don't want to be the dead horse, chef. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna have to make a part two to this video because I also want to talk about my experience being on set, child. That is a completely different video. But what else I want to talk about? Oh, so after the 20 somethings movie, child, I'm like, okay, I need to start building my package. And that is the main thing with acting is building a package. Building a package is so important because it's how you sell yourself. Okay. So, and I'll make different little videos about because it's a lot. This is a lot. Okay. This whole thing is a lot. So, I'm gonna have to make different videos, but I do want to go into some resources that I have for anyone that is thinking about acting, that wants to act, whatever. So, the first thing I want to talk about is background work. Okay. Now, I want to give a little disclaimer. Do not sign up to do background work thinking that it's going to lead to a role. Not saying that it can't, okay, because people have definitely gotten series regular roles from being a background actor. But does that happen to everyone? No. But signing up for background acting work is a great thing to do because one, you're meeting other actresses, models, whatever the hell they are, you're meeting other people, and those other people have information. So when you're on set and people talking, get in those conversations, follow them people on Instagram because that can be your co-star one day. You never know. So I strongly, strongly encourage any aspiring actors to do background work. Um, do background work. Like I said, know your lane. Don't go on set like trying to like be discreet about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't go on set, trying to talk to the principal actors. Know your lane, stay in your lane. Don't be trying to record, child. Like, don't get fired before you even get hired. Okay. So yeah, like but I strongly encourage do background work. Okay. It's fun. You get paid for it. The pay is not crazy, but and you get that on-set experience. Any on-set experience that you can get it. Okay, because it is only going to help you. You get to see what those principal actors are doing, how they're moving. You really get to experience set life. It's really fun. I've done background work for shows like All American, Snowfall, CSI, Bel Air, and I have gotten something valuable from all of those sets, whether it was another person, some information, or just an experience. Like a little girl from Detroit, I'm not thinking I'm going to be on it. Like, that's crazy to me. And I actually see myself like on TV sometimes, like, and it's really crazy. Like, so it's baby steps. So do background work. And the websites that you can sign up for background work on is Central Casting, or Central Casting is the one I use, child. That's the main one. But there are others, and I'm gonna list that somewhere. But Central Casting, that's the girl. That's the main site. So Central Casting, also another version of background work is audience work. So audience work is like, those court shows like Judge Maybelline, the people that's in the back, that's the audience. Or like on those talk shows, like the Wendy Williams show, for example, the audience, that's the audience work. So if I were you, I would do audience work. Is this related to acting? Not really, but it's a hustle. Like, a lot of actors don't have jobs. So this is something that you can do for money. It's not very consistent, but you can sign up, and if they have things, they'll let you know. And you can actually get on set, get a part. And let me tell y'all something. I signed up. And the website is called Standing Room Only. So that is for audience work. So if you want to do audience work, if you want to be the audience that's clapping, if you want to be like the person that's laughing in the sitcoms, like that is audience work. Is it related to acting? No. But like I said, you're getting that on set experience. You're able to see what it's like to be on set. And those opportunities can lead to other things. Should you go expecting it? No, like I said, don't go and solicit, but play a role, do your job. You never know what may happen. I actually was an audience member for a court show, but I actually ended up participating in the court show. And I was very skeptical at first, but it was actually really fun. And I got to flex my improv. So that actually did have something to do with acting. So take the opportunities. Don't be too good. Don't be too good to say yes to something. Say yes to all of the opportunities, because you never know where those may lead you. You don't know. You don't know. How would you know? How would you know? And child, now I'm looking on my damn TV, seeing myself, child. And it's great. And like I said, I'm still very early in my journey, but just telling you guys the resources. So again, Central Casting, Standing Room Only are the two websites that I use to sign up for background work and audience work. And where am I now in my acting journey? So since I've done the 20 somethings movie, I'm just building my package right now. Honestly, I'm not even submitting because I'm be transparent. I'm in this for the long haul. Like the career of acting, like this is a marathon. It's not a sprint, honey. Like this is a marathon. So I don't feel pressured to submit like crazy right now. What I'm doing is building the craft. I already know the business, but I need to build my craft, and I really want to get cold at this shit. Like, I don't want to be average. So right now what I'm doing is I'm in acting classes. I am recording self-tapes. Self-tapes is another thing. Like people need proof that you can do this. Okay. Like it's not like, and sometimes it does happen for people like that. They just walk up to you like, hey, you want to be an actress? It does happen for some people like that. But for the rest of us, it's not. So people need proof that you can do what you can do. Okay. So they need to see those self tapes. They need to see those reels. They need to see those headshots. They need to see if they can see you as the character. Okay. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just building my brand. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with taking my time with it because I'm in it for the long haul. Okay. Like longevity is everything. So I'm really learning the craft right now, building my acting package. Um, and I'm also doing other things like this podcast or, my YouTube stuff. I'm in film school. Like I'm feeding myself in all different ways. Like, because this acting career, it can also be discouraging, like if you're not seeing the results that you want. So for me, I'm just really taking my time, and I know, the right thing will happen for me when it happens for me. And I hope that you have that mindset as well. This video was very impromptu, but I was just driving in a car and I'm like, I need to talk about this. Like, I need to help the girls or the guys. Like, so again, I'm going to make other versions of this video to really break down different shit, and comment, let me know what you want me to talk about. Is it headshots? Is it LA? Is it acting, like the craft of acting? Like, I can make videos about that too. Like, we just gonna be making videos. But that was a little bit about my journey. If you are starting your journey, do it because you can. Okay. That was one thing that purchasing that course, purchasing the course from Wendy was so worth it, because she not only gave us information, she let us know that this is obtainable. Your acting career is obtainable. You can be on TV sooner than you think. I thought it would take years. And now I'm on damn Tubi. It's Tubi, but I'm still on it. I don't care what y'all be saying about Tubi, child. Is the rest of y'all on Tubi? No, I am. Okay. Okay. But yeah, like, you can do this. Okay. Everybody started off where you are. Okay. So that's really what this video is for, is to let you know that you can do this. You can see yourself on TV. Take your time, because the acting business is not going nowhere. It's not. You got time. If you want to do anything else, do that. If you want to go to school, graduate. But guess what? You're never too old, too young to act, because there's a role out there for everyone. Okay. So take your time. If you got kids, raise your damn kids, child. You ain't got to rush and do this. Like, it will be here for you, but know that it's obtainable. And don't put your dreams on the back burner, because nobody is going to go get that shit but you. Okay. You guys, again, my name is Tiny Sheree, and this is Tiny Talks. I love y'all.